Hello and welcome back to Swinwin Collects. On this episode we'll be talking about the Pre-Grading Pro centering tool. So this is basically to help you do just that, pre-grade accurately your cards that you want to send off before they get sealed into protective slabs and formally and professionally be graded. Obviously you don't want to send away anything that is subpar, so you want to make sure that you're spending your money to get it graded wisely. So this tool really makes the centering part of things quite accurate and easy for you to do using this smart little overlay. So following the sort of how-to cheat sheet that you get with it, you want to place it on a light coloured surface. So I've taped down the side of these laminated bits that you get so I can flip them and keep things still. And then you want to place the centering tool over the top of the card that you want to send. So we've got it sellotaped at the top, and then you want to place it so that it sits nicely across the middle. Now something I noticed was that these are your starting borders where you want to start. You want to make sure that it's right nestled into this top left hand corner. If I get a pen, it's going to be easy to point and I won't cast so many shadows. Now the magic cards, you want them nestled into this blue line rather than the black line, because the Pokemon cards are slightly bigger. Or sorry, the sports cards that they accommodate are slightly bigger. So you want them nestled into this blue line here, and then we can get a grading off this side edge. So you want to make sure that this is nicely lined up, and then across the top there the same. And what you're going to do is you're going to get two readings, one from the top to the bottom and the other one from the left to the right. So you do this for all four of the edges, and you include the back of the card, because the back of the card is also graded like the front of the card. Now other cards are easier to grade from the edging because they got this nice neat border, whereas the Lord of the Rings cards, they're a bit more difficult. I have sleeved these up. If you don't sleeve these up, to avoid fingerprints, I would recommend that you use plastic gloves. Stop yourself getting any fingerprints. But the problem with that is that you're going to get, well, it's going to be fiddly. So it's almost easier to have them in this plastic sleeve. But yeah, going back to these edges, yeah, have to be working off this side line and that side line there, and then I'd be working off this center point at the high to the bottom, as you'll see. So I've done a little outline to give myself a helping hand, and then we'll flip down this, and then I'll line up the left edge first and then the top, make sure it's in line. So working from left to right, so we see we've got a number 4 grade here on this left edge, and then if you look on this side, we've got a number 3 grade on this right edge. So the blue numbers are odd and the black numbers are even. And then moving across, so we've got a 4 3, and then on this tally a 4 3 here is in green, and numbers highlighted in green have a ratio of 64 or 40 or better, and that stands you a good chance of grading a 9 or higher in overall condition. So obviously this just focuses on centering. It doesn't take into edging, corners or surfacing. So those are other checks that you do. So we'll just flip over now and do the back of the card. And we're going to do exactly the same. Line them up neatly. Okay. And then again, we're going to look at this inside border. So you've got that's a 4 on this inside edge, and then that's a 3, so another 4, 3. So that's in line on from left to right. But then you also need to do top to bottom. So we've got a 4 grade here, and then that is a 5. So 4, 5 again, 56, 44. So another green, and then we'll do the front of the card. Yeah. Making sure it's nice and lined up. So that's looking like a 3, and that's it's quite difficult here at the bottom. I think that's going to be a 3, 5. That might be riding a little high. So what you do is you take the lowest score. So that would be your overall score. So if it is a 5, 3, then that would potentially be a shortcoming of the card. So it could come out at like an 8 or an 8.5 on that basis, but it's quite difficult to tell where these borders end at the bottom. As you can see, there's no like neat finish line to use the grading tool off the bottom like there is on this one here. So I'm still of the opinion that I think this is still worth sending off, and I'd be interested to see what it gets. I think it's something about the series that it just isn't. Well, I suppose we could go by this text, so let me double check and make sure I graded below the text, even though it's black. 3 below the text. Okay, well, if it's below the text, as it is on this one, then that's a 3, 4, which again comes out green. So that's good. So again, I'm happy with that, and that's a lesson learned there. With regards to the text, the border is going to be below where the text is, even though it's just solid black. So I have some exciting news. One of the products that I have ordered for our next unboxing has arrived. So for the next episode, I will be unboxing a Universes Beyond Lord of the Rings set booster box with a guaranteed foil on art card in. So that'll be a good one, and hopefully we'll get some good pulls from that, some more cards to send off pre-grade, and we'll look at trying to get some good grades and some good pulls. So I'll join you on the next episode. Bye.